Okay, that's enough of that. We're gonna start. Wow, this is like really early. That's all right. It's it's the new year. Let's start it out right, and yeah, and get the stream going, shall we? So hi, kind of a random gorilla stream. I don't even think I posted this. Hi, whoa, howdy, y'all. It is a new year. Welcome to 2025. I wasn't going to let a new year go by without starting off right with some stream. You know, you gotta have a little fun. You know, it was a chill New Year's. It didn't really do a whole lot. I was watching Bay and Iris's stream, and that's really about it. It's been a weird week. I'm still feeling like a little wonky. Good enough to like stream, but it'll probably be like a short one today compared to normal. I don't know. It's very weird. Like, aside from just like the coughing and stuff, like my throat for the most part feels okay, but yeah, it's just very coughy. But the weird part is like my teeth hurt. Like my teeth itch. I don't know why. It's not like painful. Like, I don't think it's like a cavity or anything like that. They just feel like they itch. I don't know. So it's one of those weeks, I guess. But aside from that, we're going to kick off a 2025 having some fun and enjoying our time together with a short Final Fantasy XIV stream. You know, there were a few things I was thinking about maybe doing, but I kind of figured, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. It'll be short. It'll be breezy. It's basically our chance to kind of say hello and catch up a little bit, rewind the past year and what we're going to look forward to over the next year. And yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. So, you know, first of all, you know, thank you very much. You know, we've been really kind of moving along a lot faster than I thought. Thanks a ton to everybody that's liked and subscribed, whether it's the Infinity Nikki content, Elite Dangerous, because you saw me posting on Blue Sky, whatever it happens to be. You know, I'm very, very appreciative of all of the time that you've given me. I've said it multiple times before, and I will continue to say it. But I know that there are a lot of people you could be watching right now. There are a lot of things you could be doing. So the fact that you're willing to spend a little bit of time, whether it's watching me live or watching a VOD, it really does mean quite a bit. So, you know, I'm super happy that we've managed to grow the channel a little bit, have a good time here. We hit the 1,500 subs. That was the goal for the last year. And this year, you know, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I mentioned it a little bit on like Blue Sky and stuff, but I don't really have any big goals for 2025. Like, there's some things that I would like to get done, but you know, 2024 was a pretty good year in terms of streaming and what we're doing here. So I just mostly want to keep that going more than anything else, and, you know, see where it takes us. I keep trying to stream as much as possible, keep trying to create the things that people enjoy watching, whether they think it's interesting or they just like the sound of my voice. I don't know. You guys all have your own reasons. Whatever it happens to be, though, we're going to keep that going and maybe try some new things along the way. You know, it would be nice to hit 2,000 by the end of the year, even beyond that if we can. You know, I'm not going to stop trying or anything like that. But that is, you know, that's a pretty big goal. The channel's been around a while, and even though it's picking up, you know, it's not quite like 500 a year growth. But who knows, you know, as long as we keep doing this and as long as we keep trying, then anything is possible. I am going to zoom in just a little bit on myself there. There we go. So yeah, we're not going to make any like hard and fast rules or anything like that, but you know, we're going to keep doing it. You know, I've said it multiple times. The only way to really grow and know for sure how you're going to go is to keep streaming. Because anything out of that, you know, anything else, there's a lot of luck. There's a lot of other things that go into whether or not you will be successful, but you're never going to know if you don't make the content, right? So we're just going to keep streaming as much as possible. I think this year, one thing that I do want to try, you know, I try to make sure that this channel, it's kind of like a show that you can watch, right? And it's one of the reasons that I don't stream on Twitch. Twitch seems more like you hang out with chat and you hang out with the streamer and it's very interactive. I'm not a big fan of all of that. I'm here to put on a show and hopefully it's something you guys like watching. And yeah, so because of that, you know, I tend to think a lot about what exactly we're going to stream any day that I am doing it. Right, any time that I'm going to be loading up the old OBS, I'm thinking pretty hard about what that day's stream should be. And because of that, I feel like sometimes there's days that I end up streaming things that I don't necessarily feel like streaming that day, right? Either a game that, you know, I'm just kind of trying out because it's new and different, or, you know, trying to switch it up so I'm not streaming so many days in a row on the same thing. We'll probably lighten that a little bit, you know, and just focus on streaming the things that I feel like streaming that day and have some fun with it. And obviously, I'm still going to be doing the big projects like FF9. We still need to do a little bit more Indiana Jones. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that you know, we can switch it up. We've got options. And the thing is, like, I like all of those options. I like having, you know, a wide variety of things to do with y'all. But, you know, some days there's like, you know, oh man, I really need to get some more FF9 done and, you know, get some more story progress done so we can move on to the next one. But maybe I'm not necessarily feeling FF9 that day. Maybe I'm feeling, you know, Elite Dangerous or this or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to focus a little bit more on just streaming what I feel like streaming that day. Games that, you know, I just tend to be playing on my own whenever I'm not on the stream, you know, and turn those into games that I'm playing on stream, right? That's kind of how it goes. There will still be kind of a rotation going on, I think, because I do like all of the games that we've been playing. But in terms of like the whole not streaming too many days in a row kind of thing, that'll probably go by the wayside. You know, I think I've mentioned it before, and I think it's something that a lot of people have kind of talked a little bit about on like Blue Sky and stuff like that. But you can kind of tell when a streamer's not having a good time, right? Like they're just not feeling it that day. And if they're not feeling it, then more than likely you are not feeling it as an audience, right? So yeah, we want to make sure that we're having fun. I want to make sure you guys are being entertained because that's really my only job here. Since we're not doing redeems and TTS emotes and stuff that distracts from the game, then the enjoyment of the game is the main value, right? It is what people are here for. So I want to make sure going into this year that we're focusing more on that. We're focusing on things that are fun. We're focusing on things that we want to do rather than we feel like we have to do. There's always going to be things, I think, as any kind of streamer of a certain size, or if you have certain goals in mind, there's always going to be those instances where there's things you have to do. Okay? There's things that either the industry demands it or the viewers demand it or something, right? There's going to be things that in order to help the channel grow, we have to kind of get them done. But in terms of like the day-to-day streaming things, you know, just going randomly live at what, 8 o'clock in the morning on a holiday, things like that, we can have a little bit more fun than I think we have been doing. I think a lot of this might also be just me molding over FF8. I feel like FF8 really killed a lot of the momentum we were having with a lot of that project and a lot of stuff, because I just really wasn't feeling it, and I was trying to force myself through it as much as possible. But you know, we put that aside, so now we can kind of focus on things, you know, back to the usual, I guess you could say. So yeah, later on this week, after I catch up with some K-dramas and stuff, and hopefully my voice gets back to, you know, its normal power. It's normal and not feeling like my teeth are crawling out of my gums. We'll be back to business as usual. So who knows, maybe even later this afternoon, we'll do some FF9 and try and make a little bit more headway in that. And you know, I gotta kind of remember where we were at, but I do really enjoy FF9 so far. So I want to make sure we're staying on top of it, because oh buddy, after this we got 10. But yeah, and aside from that, you know, the other thing is with me just kind of being kind of zonked out the past couple weeks or so, my sleep schedule is all over the place. So for those of you guys that are in like different time zones and stuff, it's gonna get kind of wacky. Like I've been waking up at like 8 o'clock in the evening, like just to kind of give you an idea of what it's been like the past couple of weeks. So I've been waking up at like 8 and then basically playing Elite Dangerous or Infinity Nikki or something like that through the night hours. And then ended up going to bed at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I can technically stream during those times. I technically can. But I don't know how many people are going to be around to watch during those times. So, you know, that's another part of it. Now, to be fair, I don't know how many people are actually like here to watch it right now either. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning on a holiday, right? I'm sure some of you guys are going to have a real rough morning. So hopefully this soothing voice of mine will help you get through whatever troubles await you. Hello from the past, right? But yeah, you know, maybe being a little less strict on the times that I'm streaming is the other thing, because I do kind of consider those kind of things too. You know, I'm mostly doing this for fun, but I would like it to go and be something that becomes like a job, right? Eventually, one day in the future. So yeah, you know, I do consider things like time zones and stuff whenever I'm deciding if I'm going to stream that day. But maybe that's another thing that we should kind of ease up on going into the new year. It's just kind of stream whenever I'm actually awake and have some fun with it. And if people end up catching it on the VOD, that's fine. And if we get some people from other time zones checking it out live, well, that's cool too. So yeah, I think that's going to be the theme for this year. It's just, you know, having fun, being a little bit faster and looser when it comes to these weird restrictions that I put on myself in terms of streaming content, right? And yeah, just kind of remind ourselves through this year that it should also be something that's fun. You know, it's something that I do consider a job and want to keep working at and improving at, but it should also be fun. So yeah, that's really my only goal for this year. That's really my only resolution, is to just keep having fun streaming. Aside from that, numbers and metrics and money and all of that, all of those things are nice, but it's not something that I feel like I want to put a hard resolution on for this year. Plus, we've seen how many times I end up saying, hey, I'm totally going to play this game tomorrow, right? And then tomorrow comes and there's no stream, and the next day I'm like, oh guys, by the way. So yeah, I'm not gonna make promises I can't keep. But we are gonna keep doing, you know, probably at least 3 streams a week. That's perfectly fine. I feel like we were very good about that in 2024. and hopefully we will be just as good about that, if not better, this year. And yeah, so I think that's really about it. And that's really about the summary of what I've got going on. 2024 was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We'll keep doing it. And yeah, just keep improving and trying new things as we can. But aside from that, we're going to go ahead and do Heaven's Turn. I have not done it yet, as you can see. We're gonna pound some mochi, I guess. The one resolution that I've got for myself is get myself a new mouse. It's like, you can definitely tell in Elite when I'm trying to go into like head look mode, like free look mode. Yeah, I really got to press this thing down. So even if I wanted to hop in and do the Alliance Savage raid, I don't know if I can. I don't know if my middle mouse button is really going to like that all that much. So I got to get a new mouse. I am going to be doing, I think, throughout this year. Again, it's not a promise. It's not going to be like a hard and set resolution. But throughout this year, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on the model behind the scenes. Probably go ahead and buy that whole 3-year. Oh God, the money. Go ahead and buy the 3-year license for Live 2D and start doing a little bit of work. I also got a Steam card as a present for my brother, so I think we're going to put that towards VBridger and the VBridger editor. So we'll see how it goes. I've got to like relearn everything that I did to make this model in the first place. But, you know, it probably won't be like a big announcement or anything like that. I'm not going to do like a big Weston 2.5D reveal or anything like that. But if things get a little bit smoother, you know, you can probably expect that I did a little bit more work to smooth out a couple things on the model, maybe add VBridger, and probably get a new webcam at some point that's actually 60 FPS. I realized that was one of the big reasons I've been feeling like my model's kind of awkward every now and then. Is yeah, this webcam's locked at 30 FPS no matter what. It's 1080, like it's got good resolution, but the FPS isn't there. So I'll go to Best Buy, I guess. So yeah, I'd like to do little improvements here and there. Again, not a big resolution kind of thing, but yeah, just so it doesn't come as a surprise. It's kind of thinking of things that I would like to get done this year, right? All right, so I guess we're talking to Heavy, right? Oh God, here we go again. We gotta go fight the big Cyclops. Gotta go find coin counter. All manner of arduous journeys and feats of valor. An adventurer, I am. I'm just glad that this year it's not another hat. I'm not a big fan of the Heaven's Turn hats. This is one of the few events every year that I actually don't feel bad about skipping. But now that we've got a minion this year, you know, we're might as well. Why not? All right. Pray forgive my idle speculation. I am known as the Heavy Bugyo, and along with my fellow delegates have come to these shores that we might share our Heaven's Turn custom with the fine folk of Eorzea. Ooh, we're fine folk here. Could have fooled me. All right. Both our peoples mark the turning of one year to the next, but how we do so differs in a few key aspects. In Eorzean tradition, the 12 choose one of their number to guide this realm throughout the coming year. The Far East, however, custom dictates we honor one of the 12 noble beasts. Okay. Kind of like Lunar New Year. Here's totem is none other than the Heavy. Although the term snake might be more familiar to Eorzean ears. Oh yeah, it is the year of the snake, isn't it? I am an ox. I'm a bull. Don't really feel like one ever in real life. My willow tree self, but that is apparently what I am. I am stubborn, I guess. I guess that technically counts. I don't know what the aspects of the snake are. Where I hail from, this oft-reviled creature represents longevity and regeneration. Ah, I see. Owing to the miraculous manner in which the Heavy emerges anew time and again after shedding its skin. Ah, that makes sense. That checks out. That many and more may benefit from this noble beast's blessings, my fellow delegates, and I have And you can tell I'm still kind of out of talking faster than my brain's going. Oh, I have devised that we hope will be an entertaining little event. Mochi? Present to you the inaugural Slithery Trivia Trial. Oh god. Oh no. Trivia. I haven't been doing so hot on Infinity Nikki with these lately. Participants will wend their way snake-like through the city streets and answer the questions posed by the trivia taskmasters they encounter. Alright, well this is a little different. I gotta say, I'm not mad about it. I mean, I appreciate the mochi pounding, but I don't know what else they can do with it at this point. I bid my sisters, three Hebi Yoriki, await their charges at certain locations throughout Limsa Luminsa. Okay. Very pensive. She seems distraught. As for you, adventurer, I urge you to seek them out and put your knowledge of Far Eastern customs to the test. And rest assured that an auspicious prize is yours for the taking should you succeed. Oh, we will succeed. Because it's an MMO and they will let us have as many chances as possible. Consider it a means of stocking up on good fortune before your next foray out into the world. How about it? Have I piqued your interest? Consider my interest piqued. Really, you could tell me, you'd really tell me anything, I'll go along with it for a minion. This little event of ours is first and foremost about promoting insight and understanding. To that end, should you find yourself stumped during the quiz, simply say so, and my sisters will provide a helpful hint. Alright. Well, they are located throughout Eorzea. Well, throughout the city. Is a perfect score you seek. You may also wish to speak with the Hebi Doshin and acquire the knowledge you need. Wonder if we get anything for a perfect score then. First quizmaster you shall face is the eldest of my younger sisters, the blue Hebi Yoriki. You'll find her a short distance north of here. Pray shed your misgivings and venture forth. To the north. Alright. There we go. I've been playing so much Infinity Nikki lately that I keep looking for hourglasses. A G-pose hourglass, I mean, I have to say, I wouldn't be mad. The bracing ocean air, the hustle and the bustle. What a marvelous place. I do hope my dear sisters and I get a chance to do some sightseeing. Quiz me. Keep getting caught up in the charms of this fair city. I have a question for you, Slithery Trivia Trial contender. Let me see. Ready? As you are no doubt aware, the snake is considered a most auspicious creature in my native Hingashi. But what blessing can one hope to receive from the humble Hebi? God, I wish it was romantic fulfillment. I've been searching for that for years. It ain't going too well. Assume good health. Good health seems like a very... Take a heady concoctions bottled with vipers and such to keep them viral and strong, but alas, unlike their spirit-steeped brethren, the snakes we're speaking of are said to bestow fair fortune. Huh. By the way, there exists one scalekin in particular known to lavish extra helpings of luck on those who encountered it. Tsuchinoko. Huh. Where other serpents are sleek and slender, the Tsuchinoko is broad and bulbous. Alas, if you have ever laid eyes upon his decidedly unsnake-like form. Well, that brings my section of the quiz to an end. Find my younger sister, the yellow Hebi Yoriki, by the Drowning Winch. Pay her your visit for the next round of the Slithery Trivia Trial. So, like, I'm still doing okay even if I get it wrong? I still get to move on? What kind of quiz is this? Alright, so she's out here, I guess. But yeah, she's gonna be on that, like, weird little lower ramp. Or the upper ramp, that's cool too. I could use something at the old drowning winch. Actually, the Bismarck sounds good right about now. Went through and drove through the old Panera. It's been a while. It's like Panera's, I like it, but it's kind of pricey for what you get. But at least in my area, because we're still close enough to like its home base that some places around here still call it St. Louis Bread Company. So most of it is kind of like fresh. And yeah, I was just really in the mood for some good bread. I'm sick of bacon and eggs and all of that, because that's 90% of what I'm actually awake to eat. But yeah, it was good. It was some nice fresh ciabatta. Couldn't complain. Got a bagel. By the kami, this city is absolutely packed with people. 'Tis enough to send you dizzy. Give me a moment, contender. You're aware that the snake is a symbol of luck, yes? Well, some snakes are luckier than others, and they happen to have one thing in common. Their color. Any guesses as to what it might be? This one's tough. Is it gold? The luckiest of them all? I'm the foggiest. How about a hint? Like there are a pair of snakes with this very same color on their Gridonian flag. That's red, ain't it? Guess that's what we're gonna go with. Right answer was white, and here I am. I'm the worst Maelstrom employee. The worst Maelstrom admiral that has ever existed. Snakes are rare, mystical creatures since the association with good fortune. But when it comes to rarity and mystique, there's one snake that deserves special mention. The elusive great white Tsuchinoko. In past times, people would pray to the lucky serpent in the hope of receiving its blessings. In the past 100 years or so, though, there hasn't been a single recorded sighting of the creature. Its existence is all but a fable these days. Anyway, you have just one question left. Head to the Bismarck and see my little sister, the red Hebiyoriki. So I'm guessing we're going to see that eventually. I have to imagine that they're not just hyping this up for unknown reasons. See, here I am trying to look for the Gridonian flag, and I'm just not seeing it. No luck. I see some more bread. See some pan. I'm still kind of hungry. Our local conservation center has a two-headed snake that's been around for like 2 decades. He's very tiny. They don't really like keep him out on display all that often, but like if you ask, they'll go and get him. He's really cute. Hey, he's a little two-headed snake, still doing its thing. Heavenly smells. I must remember to visit the Bismarck and pick up a few tasty treats for my sisters. There you are, contender. I've been waiting for you. I hope you're ready for one last question. I assume you heard all about how we Far Easterners used to revere the great white Tsuchinoko, right? I am guessing my sister also told you how there's been nary a sighting for over a century now. A crying shame, I tell you. Still, the people of Hingashi, being the resourceful people they are, found a suitable surrogate to pay respects to during Heaven's Turn. Any ideas as to what they might have turned to? Is Sita Moogle? have they come around on the little fluffy white bastards? Have they? Insist. Our Heaven's Turn decorations involve one thing stacked on top of another. Is it rice cakes? Let's go with rice cakes. I guess you could stack eggs. To be honest with you, I'm surprised an Eorzean would have even an inkling. Color me impressed. Rice cakes are good. Okay, you're probably thinking of something nice and light, but the rice cakes we decorate our homes with during Heaven's Turn in Hingashi are rock hard. We take one pebbly hard rice cake and stack it on top of another. You have to use your imagination a little, but they're supposed to look like the great white Tsuchinoko itself. Well, that brings us to the end of the Slithery Trivia Trial. Thanks for taking part. Yay, I did it. Gift born of the finest, painstaking Hingashi craftsmanship. All yours in a matter of moments. Now hold on. I mean, I scored a 33%. I don't know if that's really worth a prize. Could have sworn we had plenty left. Like, if I knew I was going to get that low of a grade, I just wouldn't have turned it in. In normal circumstances, you'd be walking away with an exquisite white Tsuchinoko ornament, positively overflowing with good fortune. But surrounded by all these enticing scents, I completely forgot to restock. My big sister is going to be livid. No, not the ornament. It's alright. I'll find this great white Tsuchinoko. Oh. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Oh, seems there was one left after all. Sorry about all that. Anyway, it's yours. And it's impertinent to ask, but I know, but could I trouble you to tell my sister, the Hebi Bugyo, I mean, that I've run out of prizes? I'd happily fetch more myself, but I ought to stay here just in case another trivia challenger shows up. So can I count on you? You can, and something tells me that's not an ornament. Let me guide you. Awfully warm for a little ornament. Just saying. Alright. There's always room for another serpent in my collection. I don't know how many I have right now. It's 3 or 4. I feel like I haven't missed too many of them since they started making that a thing with tiny little costumes. Gift that keeps on giving. But yeah, have you guys been having fun with the patch? I've heard that the Savage Alliance raid is actually, it's kind of rough. Like, not necessarily mechanics-wise. I've heard it's very fun mechanics-wise. But yeah, the idea of having 24 people in there, I guess it gets kind of hectic. I'd like to give it a shot. Like I said, I got to see what's going on with this mouse before I like try and jump into any more Savage content. I would like to give it a shot though. It's just, man, I have enough trouble just trying to join a regular Savage with 8 people. Trying to do it with a 24-man. Oh, buddy. I understand that my sister allowed prize supplies to run out and ask you to report this fact to me in her stead. Clearly, my efforts at disciplining her have fallen short of the mark. I must redouble my efforts. She's doing her job. She's staying there in case anyone else has questions. Please accept my sincere apologies. I shall send someone along forthwith to replenish our stocks. This guy. This squishy little thing. I like it. I like the little squished look. Seems very appropriate. How I feel most days. What have we here? Did you perhaps drop your prize? Yo ho ho! It lives. Oh no! Oh no! This one's learned a word. Oh, we thought we had escaped this year. We thought we had escaped, but the mochi still comes calling. The kami. Our prizes may be exquisitely crafted, but they are mere ornaments. They do not possess the faculty of speech or locomotion, I can assure you. You don't... Really? What kind of prizes are you used to seeing? Which leads me to think, could this be the fabled great white Tsuchinoko of yore, unseen and unheard of for generations? I think I'd live to see the day. What a wonderfully auspicious occasion this is. That's the word of the year, auspicious, I guess. I feel like this is going to be a very auspicious year, but you know, we're going to make the most of it. But I must say, it is passing strange that the great white Tsuchinoko would appear in Eorzea of all places. Perhaps it found its way aboard our delegation's vessel before we set sail. He's a happy little fellow. Perhaps you'd be willing to take the creature with you on your journey. Of course. Just with that animation. course, for our delegation, the Sacred Serpent's coming is an event of great historical importance. Nevertheless, we cannot discount the notion that the Great White Tsuchinoko chose to appear before you in particular, that you might benefit from its blessings. Besides, it appears quite taken with you. I get that a lot. Thanks for noticing. Mochi! Alright. Into the bag you go. Never to be seen again. You'll appear whenever the random minion button lets you appear. Oh, before I forget, I should point out the Omikuji are available to draw for the rest of the Heaven's Turn season. Might prove to be a delightful distraction to ear matters great and small call to you on the road once more. Okay, what's this? Not that you need fear drawing a less than encouraging fortune. I don't know. I've not been very lucky in most things in life the past decade or so. Nay, with the Great White Tsuchinoko at your side, you are sure to overcome any hardships that come slithering away. All right, so I got to go buy an albino snake. Got it. That will cure me IRL. I like snakes. I wouldn't be opposed to having one, but I hear they're kind of a pain to take care of. You need a big old tank. Yeah, my heartfelt thanks for joining in with this humble endeavor of ours. May the hallowed Hebi guide you on the path of fortune till the heavens turn once again. Yay! I'll take the minion. Unfortunately, I'm not like a really big fan of like the bought items this year. Like I don't like tabletop things. I don't like the food items you can put in the house. With them to see what fortune has in store with you after your rendezvous with the Great White Tsuchinoko. Okay. Well. Use. Where was this? Oh, there he is. All right. Let's see what our fortune is. Is 2025 gonna finally be my year? Am I finally gonna be able to escape this living situation I'm in? Will I actually be able to afford to eat? Greetings, my friend. Ideal and Omikuji. Traditional Far Eastern fortunes. Would you care to draw one? I will draw one. You draw as many as you like, but know that you must pay a fee of 100 gil. Oh no. Not 100 gil. Yes. But I feel like it kind of takes out a lot. If you keep drawing fortunes, it's just how it works, right? The rich can just keep drawing until they get a good one. The rich stay richer. We gotta burn this Omikuji to the ground if that's how they're gonna operate. What did I get? Aw. Well. Yeah, that checks out. Shall not be blessed with the weather, abide in patience. Okay. Relationships. Resign thyself not to disharmony. Dialogue fosters understanding. Well, I guess it's back to the great well of anime feet for me. That's the only thing I've got to look forward to in the future where the relationship is concerned. Prosperity. The greater thy desire, the smaller the prize. Clear thy mind. Well, you know, to be fair, that one's not so bad. That one's not so bad. If I have no expectations, then surely that means things will be good then, right? Conflict. A dull blade is quick to break. Hone thyself well. I've been honing myself. We'll leave it in that. Favor. Shouldst thou abide in duplicity like unto the traitors, thou shalt be lost to trust. I'd say I'm pretty honest. I don't think that one's one that I have to worry about too much. I'm too tired to be duplicitous. I don't have the energy for mind games. Heed the words of guidance, and thy luck may change. Well, consider them heeded. But you know, good start to the year, everybody. Unable to review the contents of your fortune after closing this window. Yes. Did you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. Well, there's that. I would like to actually be able to go to Japan one day and do this, like IRL. Now that I've finally renewed the passport, so you know, maybe that can be a goal for the year. Well, maybe a couple of years from now, at the rate things are going. But you know, things to do. We don't really have that many traditions here. Go out and get drunk. I guess getting a kiss for New Year's is a thing. I haven't had that in a while. So yeah, it's mostly just sitting around, listening to the other people scare my dog with fireworks and getting back to video games. That's really been my tradition for the past couple of years. I did go to New York one year for New Year's. We didn't do the ball drop. That's like a whole thing. That's not, my ex did it once and apparently it's just kind of a pain. So we just ran around Brooklyn. I don't remember most of the night for reasons we won't get into. But I remember having fun. So yeah, you know, I think this year I would like to get out more. I feel like I haven't really left my area in probably a couple years. You know, I go up to the old big city a couple hours away, a couple times a year for like a soccer game or baseball or something like that. And that's really about it. I'd like to actually go on some kind of vacation. Not that I can really afford much of one, but you know what? I can drive. I like a good road trip. If my Elite Danger streams haven't told you that I like mindlessly driving for hours on end. All right. But yeah, there we go. There's Heaven's Turn, everybody. It's, you know, short and sweet. I feel like the past few holiday events have been very low key compared to the past couple of years, which has been a bit disappointing. But I talked about this with the Christmas one too, is that I feel like they have been adding a few extra things that are kind of nice, like the extra little area you can run to. Hey, thank you, Chiva Logs. And run around in for both the Halloween and the Winter's Veil event. Those were kind of cool. Yeah, just the big glade. So even though the events are a little smaller, some of the other things have been worked on. Heaven's Turn, I feel like, has never really been a big one. It's just been mochi pounding. So, you know, I'll be honest, not my favorite thing in the world. So I'm kind of cool with them switching it up a little bit this year. And it does look nice. I feel like they did add a few more extra decorations this year compared to the past ones. So there's that. But yeah, you know, it's definitely low key to put it mildly. Resplendent Rabbit. Right, Tsuchinoko ornament I won just moments ago. But you will treat your newfound friend with the same reverence. Buddy, he's in a bag that he ain't coming out of for a while. Floating the nest, and I know not of what has become of him. Each day I buy more fish than I need, that I might have a meal to feed him should he wander back through our door. Aw, that's kind of depressing. All right, is there anything good that I can buy? Usually there was like advent cakes. I try and keep a few of the holiday prisms. Okay, that one's kind of cool, but it's not like the other ones. It's not like the Stardust or the Meteor Survivor. Like, I always stock up on the really big ones. I probably need to clear some of this out, to be honest. I need to clear a lot of things out, if we're being honest. I mean, look at these bags. I don't even remember what most of this stuff was even for. Why did I have any of this? I know all of it was crafting, but like, what was I crafting? I don't remember. I know this was Roast Ronique. What did I need the Sanctified Water for? What was I making? What was I even doing? Okay, I think I was making gem drops. I would have to assume. I guess, yeah, I guess there's that. Let's see. How am I doing? How am I doing on my battle script? Okay, so I need some heliometry. So you know what? It's been a while since I've actually run any content. I don't know how long the queue time is going to be, so we're going to queue it up. But I feel like it's still a little bit too early to end the stream for being our first stream of the new year. You know, I'm not, my throat's still, I can't go super long today, but I feel like we can go a little bit longer than this. Rowena? The hell is Rowena doing here? Gotta give this Slithery trivia trial a shot. I heard there's a lucky little something waiting at the end of the quiz too. Even something bestows good fortune. Well, that's hardly something you can prove, right? There's a demand for lucky bits and bobs. If we get the word out that my goods magically help with money woes or something to that effect, people... Oh, Rowena. Well, I guess that's to be expected. Some things never change. And it was foolhardy of us to expect them to change in the first place. It was never going to happen. We knew it wasn't going to happen. But, you know, I think that's really one of the first times I think I've really seen Rowena as an NPC during one of these events. It's kind of cool. Pudding Way. Far Eastern rice cakes look absolutely delightful. Apparently they're hard as pebbles, though. I was expecting something squidgier, if I'm completely honest with you. I also heard that there's a scrumptious treat called rice pudding. All these rice-based delicacies. It's an exciting new frontier of dessert discovery. The Pudding Way knows what it's all about. He is locked in right now. Trust. Who else would be around? Let's go see who else would be down here at the red quiz. Do we even have anybody? Maybe not. Eyes are running low again. Oh, she just like ran off. Not even here anymore. Huh. Wonder, is she an NPC somewhere else now? Did she go into the Bismarck? Did she get her food? Oh, let's go check. Now this is something a little different too. Like, we're used to seeing some like NPCs and stuff for some of these events, but it's usually like, okay, you know, you do the event and then they walk up to you when you go do some dialogue options or something like that. But like actually having some of these NPCs kind of disperse through the city, like that's kind of cool. That's something a little different. Like, it's a subtle change, but it's a change I like quite a bit. Now, the other big thing is, you know, speaking of FF14 content, at some point, I need to go back through the MSQ and do some New Game Plus, because I have not really done the MSQ and ARR and all of that with the new models. And I know they've been slowly adding to it. Aw, Happy New Year to you too, guys. Now, here's the problem. I haven't done Alexandria in probably 2 months. Pretty much since the pretty much since the expansion came out. That was really the last time that I really ran a whole lot of experts. So this should be real interesting. I am sure I will start remembering it once I actually see the model. But yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm a little rusty. Not to be confused with our buddy Rusty. Alright, now these guys I remember are just too damn big. Too damn big for me to really do anything with my AoE. Alright, but you know, at the very least, my middle mouse button seems to be holding up. Maybe it's just like an elite thing. I don't know. I feel like I was having some issues with it while I was trying to play around in some of my other programs that I use for like work and work-related things. Yeah, it seems like it's working all right now. So yeah, maybe I can hold off just a little bit longer on the mouse and focus on getting that new webcam instead. I am kind of curious what having 60 FPS will do to the model.
If I smile, it is because you all smile for me.
All right. I also gotta see. I'm sure they haven't announced it yet, I'm sure they're like all on vacation right now, but eventually we'll have another live letter coming up soonish. And you know, we haven't really done a live letter watch along in quite a long time. So I think, you know, for this year, we got to get back on top of that. I really like doing the live letter watch alongs, and I feel like a lot of people here on the channel also like them. But the past few have just been like really weird timing, or something has come up, and I have not had a chance to do them. So yeah, got to make sure and trying to make some time this year and enjoy all of the new news together. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm kind of remembering what the final boss is here. Okay, yeah, there we go. This takes so long to kill that we can just go ahead and use it. Even with the new gear and buffs and everything. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. The other thing, I've only really run the Alliance raid a couple of times too. I'm probably kind of rusty on that. I like Juno. I feel like it is a really good raid. It's just we've been so busy with so many other things that I really haven't felt the need too much to be logging into FF14. I always like it when I'm back in here. It's still like my home base. But I feel like the housing demo going away really kind of put a damper on me logging in because I can't really do anything until it comes back. Like right now, most of my playtime is focused on trying to get that G-Post studio built. So until they bring back automatic demolition, there's really not a whole lot that I can really do. But when it does finally go back to being active, yeah, I'll be doing quite a bit, trying to make sure to get that medium right. Or, you know, it could also be that they actually finish that whole thing with the different size interiors. You know, we know that's coming too. You know, they could end up finishing that first. We don't really know too much about it, but I have a feeling they're going to be a lot further along in it than we thought. So yeah, if they can implement that maybe in 6.2 or something, then we'll be doing a lot more FF14 than we have been the past few months at the very least. Here we go. Can't remember what it does first here. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, now I remember this one being just like really fast. Not like hard mechanics or anything like that. It's just one thing after the other, right? Nice. Yeah, come to think of it, that probably is like the main reason I haven't been playing this as much. Is I just haven't had the kind of goals that I would have had in the past. Like housing wise and all of that. And yeah, trying to get the house and not having that opportunity on Balmung right now has really kind of put a damper on the playtime. Yeah, but that'll end eventually, as it always does. There we go. Nice. I guess I should be paying attention and making sure that everyone is actually alive. There we go. Is it just me, or is this taking a lot longer than it should? I feel like this should be like dead by now. I know I'm gotta get like back in the habit of being able to like raid and chat with stream at the same time. But even with that considering, This feels like it's been going a while. There we go. Nice, nice. Good job, everybody. Pass.
You are my people, and I will protect you.
Well, they knew where the exit was, so I don't think anyone is new to this. Unless they just messed something, like it messed around a bit too much with the balance numbers, but usually these get easier. And Alexandria, I don't really remember it being a difficult one. All right, now I can actually start doing stuff. There we go. Now my AoE actually contributes something. There we go. I can still kind of tell that I got to be a little more purposeful than usual with my scroll wheel. Cuz like my AoE up there, that's that scroll wheel up and down. Up for light, scroll down for the dark, right? Alt up and down. There you go. But yeah, I can tell it's wanting to like do both at once. So like, I really got to make sure that I'm not just holding down the button too much. There we go. What's the next boss? God, I really cannot remember. Go. Like, I vaguely remember the last boss. Okay, we got all of the, like, the left, right, the arm thing coming out. Like, it's the big program, right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But I really don't remember the second one. Well, you know, it'll come back. Here we go. Here we go. You know, it's been a weird year for games, to be honest. I gotta be real. It was kind of a weird year. I don't really remember anything like new that came out that I felt was like my game of the year kind of thing. Like, I know Black Myth Wukong just won like the Steam Awards or whatever. I'd like to play it at some point, but it's not like it's something I feel like I need to play. Really, the only like a brand new game that I think that came out that I feel like really has just kind of sold me was Indiana Jones, and that came out like really late in the year. So maybe that's also kind of part of why we haven't really done as much of this as usual. Yeah, it felt like a little bit of a down year compared to normal. You know, that doesn't mean there weren't good games elsewhere. Like, obviously FF7 Rebirth is going to be winning, like that won a lot of awards. And yeah, very, very, very excited to finally play that on PC. But that's the thing, is like, I don't have a PS5, so I didn't get a chance to play it. Same thing with like Stellar Blade. I really, really want to play Stellar Blade. But I gotta wait until it comes to PC. I guess it was a good year for consoles. So, you know, if you guys are console players, I feel like you were eating well. Yeah, for us PC guys, it was a lot of really good like indie games. I feel like a lot of smaller focus games, Lethal Company, you know, that kind of thing. Here we go. Nice. Boom. Yeah, not as big, at least for what I played, right? Felt like most of my year was just it was a lot of Elite Dangerous. All right, okay, there we go. I guess I should actually be paying attention to what is going on right now. I genuinely don't know. I am lost. I am dazed and confused. Here we go. Come on. Nice, nice. Okay. Okay, yeah, I definitely feel like this is going slower than I remember it going before. Here we go. Like, I feel like I barely remember seeing some of these later mechanics. Usually it's dead by now. You know, people gotta level their alts and stuff. That's fine. It's cool. It's just, it feels like a very significant difference compared to what I remember. Yeah, I don't think it's me. I feel like I'm doing pretty good, all things considered, with my rotation. For not having played as long as in as long of a time as I have. All right. Now this last one I gotta like actually pay attention to. I feel like it's gonna be kind of rough. Trying to remember how to stream and raid at the same time. And this means we're ready to go back into T, right? You guys trust me on that? Come on, it's easy. Just make the static. Make a static just for us viewers. It's cool. We can get it done. God, I barely even remember what T was like. Like, the strange thing is, I do remember all of the mechanics of T pretty well. It's so burned into my memory at this point. But I remember nothing about the actual experience of it and, like, trying to stream it. All of that is just kind of a vague blur. But the marionettes, the little bots, the Living Liquid's cake, that's gonna sit with me for a long time. It's gonna sit with me. I'll be on my deathbed remembering Living Liquid's cake. All right, come on. All right, gotta remember. Okay, there we go. Like trying to remember what all of the trash pools are like, because you know sometimes they sneak that extra one in on you, right? At least the music's still good. Like, not a big fan of the last act of Dawn Trail at all, but the music A+, stellar job as always. I saw it was like on some kind of like New Year's Eve award show or something like that, and was holding up a Play FF14, including a free trial banner during his performance. Good old Soken. I would expect nothing less. There is no bigger simp for this game than him. We are blessed to have him. All right, what? I gotta remember all of this. Yeah. It's been so long. Okay. Just remember at some point he's gonna switch up his arm, right? Yeah. Yeah. So then it'll do the reverse partition. Yeah. Here we go, reconfigured. Here we go, and that's just a line AoE. Yeah. Like, it's like trying to relearn this all over again. I need to go back and watch our release playthrough. There we go. Let's see how this compares to when we were learning it fresh for the very first time. I feel like I'm in kind of a similar mindset right now. Could just be the Tylenol talking at this point. Okay, what was subroutine? I feel like we have, yeah, we do have. I knew we did. I was like, we got ads at some point. Come on. They're not particularly difficult ones either. But I just remembered that we do have them. Oh man, it went down too fast. I couldn't line it up the way that I wanted. There we go. Good job, everybody. We did it. Evil is defeated. Is it the final attack protocol, though? Is it really? Perhaps I can, like, a magic barrier or something to make this a little easier on us. It's been a long time since I've needed to use that on just a regular dungeon. Here we go. Oh, that's right. This one has the little push, too. No! No! There we go. Man, what did it that time? Well, that's cool. Just get one of us up. You're fine. Alright, just stay cool. Just be cool, man. Go wherever the glowy things are least glowy. You guys got this. So, yeah, good start to the year. Grave misfortune. Wiping almost on an expert roulette. We're off to a real good year. 2025, baby. Let's go. Did it get me this time? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Good job. Good job. Sorry, got sloppy. You don't say. See, it's always this that gets me, and I don't know what it is either. There we go. Got like the electric stuff. Am I just not being healed enough in time? Is it because I'm hitting the wall, I guess? I would have to assume so. Like that, the little line there around the side. Here we go. There we go. We will magic barrier. There we go. Nice. Okay. Cool. All right, now we're back into like a good rhythm. We should be okay. Hey, this time the circle is actually within the right space. There we go. Oh, I always forget it does the half room cleave. That's not helping at all. There you go. See if my lucid will come up fast enough. Oh, they already got it. That's cool. All right, come on. Let's just end this already. We're spending a lot of time on this guy. I'm still getting hit with that electrocution. There we go. Oh well, that's on me. That is absolutely on me, not figuring out the knockback. That's all right. That's cool. We got it done. I got my tombstones. That's all that matters. I am gonna calm Louis. They were, or not, because they already left. That's cool. Yeah. not the best run we've ever done of it. That's cool. That's all right. You know, new year means we're all starting fresh, so we all gotta warm up, right? It's like starting all over again. But that being said, I think that's going to be it for today. I'll try and be back a little bit later this night and tonight and do some more fun stuff with you guys. Once I've gotten a chance to rest my voice a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good year overall, despite what the game is trying to tell me. Otherwise, I think we'll be okay. We're going to keep doing our thing here and keep trying our best. So thank you very much for coming and joining me on this, the holiday day. I'm sorry for everyone that's going through it right now this morning. You brought this upon yourselves. You knew what was gonna happen last night. Come on, you know it. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head out and probably watch some K-dramas. So that being said, bye-bye everybody. Happy 2025. Bye-bye. Maybe. Okay. Or not. Bye-bye.